Okay, so Revenge is a 2017 rape revenge film directed by Coralie Farjet. Sorry if I mispronounced her name. She's French. It's a female French director. I normally try to stay away from these kinds of films, but I did Last House on the Left. I guess that's a pretty good film, in my opinion. Um, this is directed by a woman, so you know it's gonna be done tastefully. And as the story is, this woman named Jen, played by Matilda Lutz, who you may know from Rings. God help me if I have to review that one again. Eventually I will have to, but she goes out to the middle of nowhere to have an affair with her boss, I think, named Richard, who's a married man, we find out. But he is there because he and his friends are going on a hunting trip. And his friends arrive early. And when Richard leaves the next day, one of his friends, Stan, rapes her. And instead of just dealing with it, he decides that it's better that his reputation not be harmed by this, and decides push her off a cliff. She lands on this weird branch root thingy sticking out and somehow survives and ends up taking her revenge. Now, I enjoyed this movie, but there are a couple things that really got me. One, the movie is almost an hour and 50 minutes. Huh? This is a revenge flick. Why does it have to be an hour and 50 minutes? And there are a lot of shots, very good shots, very well done shots of just nothing. There are several scenes where you have people just sitting there in their car. Like there's a scene of Stan, he's in his car, listening to music, hooking stuff up. Kind of, there's a lot of shots in this film that you could take out and make the film shorter. Mind you, they're very good shots, but I don't think they're important to the overall plot of the film. We have to have. If we took out 20 minutes of this film and just made it an hour and 20 minutes, or, yeah, I think it would have worked better. It's just, I'm sitting there, and there's a point where she gets up, and it's about time for her to start taking revenge, right? I'm like, okay, so we gotta have at least a half hour left for her to kill these guys and get done. No, we had half the movie left. I'm like, what? She's just taking her revenge now, and we're only halfway through the film. I don't think we needed that long of a runtime for a revenge film. I just don't think it needed to be that long. An hour and 50 minutes is too long for a rape revenge movie. It should be shorter. It should be she falls off the cliff. First of all, the whole thing with her falling off the cliff, it takes 45 minutes before that happens, really, I think. Because it's like, she gets there, like, it starts there in the helicopter, they get there, they get to down and dirty, we don't see anything, that's fine. However, I do question this, because we don't see anything, I'm like, okay, they're trying to be tasteful, and then later, when Stan walks in the room where she's changing, we just get gratuitous tit shot right there. It's very quick, but it's just like, okay, you wanted one nude shot at least? It's very quick, but I'm just like, I don't know. We get more man ass than this than we do tits, to be honest. And my question is why? We don't need that. Okay? I don't need to see a man ass on the screen. Like the beginning of this, We get Man-Ass when she's... So I guess we're supposed to see that she is sucking him off. Of course, we don't see it, which is fine. This isn't a porno. I don't need to see that. But then, like later, he gets out of bed and we just see him walking around with his ass. And we see him hanging dong. And I'm just like... Because the back of the box says... graphic nudity. I didn't think that meant man-ass and dingly-dongly. Okay? I never think that. When I see nudity on there, I think female nudity. But there was a surprising amount of man-ass in this film. That's not one of the big negatives. The biggest negative I have for this film is that they made the decision. Other than the scenes where they're talking to Jen, all three of our male characters speak only French. I understand it's a French director, but it doesn't work for me. I don't watch a movie to have to read subtitles. I put subtitles on to help me because I got hearing loss in this ear. Minor hearing loss, not completely. It's impaired. But, and I like seeing the subtitles, but I don't do that to actually read the subtitles. I don't sit there and read. I like to put on a movie and then kind of do other stuff, play video games. I can't, I was making supper at the time. I can't do that when I have to look at the screen and read the subtitles. And I don't mind it if a movie merits it. This one doesn't. It's a rape revenge movie where they're chasing her down. There shouldn't be a lot of dialogue, to be honest, let alone only in French. And it gets annoying. I'm yelling, by the time the movie is almost over, I'm yelling, speak English, please. I understand if he's on the phone and he's speaking French to his wife, that's fine. But all three of these main characters speak French the entire time. I understand it's a French movie, but you have an Italian-American actress in the film. We are supposed to believe they come from America because she dreams about going to LA. So at least you can have them speak English in this film. Alright? Also, maybe not have your main character say the F word so much. There's a part that really made me laugh loud because of its French accent, and it's not the fault of the actor, but just the way it comes off. Is that he gets pissed off at one point and he just starts yelling on "fuck, fuck, 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 fuck," and with the accent, it sounds like "fuck," and it really sounds weird to me. But moving away from my negatives, the rest of this film, like I said, it's very stylized. I like the whole. I've heard this movie compared to The Crow, and it sort of is. Like, it's unbelievably unrealistic. It's unrealistic as all hell because she gets pushed off this thing, and she lands on this branch thing sticking out, a tree or something, and she gets impaled. She should be dead, but she's not. She burns herself down, and then survives to cauterize her wound, and then take revenge on these guys. And she does. And I wish the kills were as satisfying as you want them to be. But in my opinion, they're just, especially with Richard's death, it comes off as this, just, how do I put this? You want a satisfying death for him, like decapitation or something, right? So the first one is the guy Dimitri, right? His is pretty cool. He gets his eyes gouged out with a knife and thrown in the river. That's cool. I believe Stan, he gets shot a couple times. But the main person you want to get is Richard. I know that Stan does the deed. Stan's the one that commits the rape. But Richard's the one because he decides that, his how do I put this? his reputation is more important than a woman he's responsible for being raped by one of his friends. So he decides, screw her, even though they're going to be looking for her. And I'm sure there are people that know that he was the last one with her, so that's not a very good idea. But you want this fucker to die in the most horrible way possible, and he gets shot in the stomach, and then a couple more gunshots later, it's not satisfying enough. Also, I must again have to criticize the man-ass, because for the entire fucking climax, Richard is butt-ass naked. And again, I don't think that was necessary. And I kept going, man, stop showing me the man-ass. I don't want to see that. Alright? I'm a man. Don't need to see another man's ass. I'm just saying. It's not necessary. This is one thing I can say about some of the stuff. Unnecessarily long running time. Unnecessary man ass. And unnecessarily French language. In my opinion. I don't think you need to have this in French. You know, she's a French director. I get that. But they do speak English. If everyone in this film spoke English, or spoke French, that would be one thing. But she speaks English. All three of the men can speak English. That's why I don't think it's necessary. If they can actually speak English, if they didn't know a lick of English, that'd be one thing. They all can speak perfect English. Well, Fuke, with a little accent, but I just think that this movie, when the guys speak mostly in French, it's unnecessary. Also, during this last part of the film, during the climax, again, unnecessarily long shot, where, Richard comes in, bare-ass naked, and there's this, he sits down, and this commercial starts playing on the TV. He jumps up, and he's looking around, and he stares out the window, and there is Jen, and she's staring back at him. And they just stand there and look at each other for what feels like a minute or a minute and a half or something. And it's like, I'm sitting there going, do something. Because they're just standing there. And I'm just like, do something. Don't just stand there. And then he starts to talk. And then she shoots him. But then the commercial keeps playing. It plays once. And you think it's done. Plays again. I'm like, why is the commercial playing again? That doesn't make any sense. But I guess they wanted to have that playing. I don't know. It's annoying. But I will say, overall, I did enjoy this movie. Because the French thing can be minor, but I still don't think I needed to see man-ass as much as I did. One or two shots would have been fine, I guess, but there's too much of it. I did like the whole revenge aspect of it. So it's not bad, but overall, I'd have to say it's a middle-of-the-road movie for me. I didn't love it like most people have, so that means Revenge sits firmly in the middle of the road for me. I guess I recommend it if you're into these kind of movies. It just wasn't for me. I'm not a foreign film guy, so maybe that's what kind of brought it down for me, is that I want to be able to know what's going on. Even if I'm not looking right at the TV, I need to know what's going on, and I can't, I can't speak French, but obviously, and I have to read the freaking subtitles. It's a little bit annoying. Especially when I didn't expect that going in. I thought... But overall, it's not a bad film. It's just not for me. So it sits in the middle of the road. And we'll leave it at that. So what are your thoughts on Revenge? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty. I'm holding Becky on. See you in the next one.